Now, Goldman Sachs reports two-quarter earnings tomorrow, and today the share soared nearly 6%. Michelle McCory has the details. Michelle.
Hi there, Linda. Well, it was a golden day for Goldman after banking analyst Meredith Whitney upgraded Goldman Sachs. Now, this upgrade is a pretty big deal because Meredith Whitney has not recommended buying shares of Goldman Sachs since January of last year. That's back when she was an analyst over at Oppenheimer. Now she's running her own advisory firm, and Whitney recommends investors buy the stock now. In fact, it's her only buy recommendation among the 8 banks that she covers. And Goldman climbing 5.3% today. So how high does Whitney think the stock can go? Well, after nearly doubling this year, Whitney thinks that Goldman shares could soar more than 25% from here. Linda, that's to $186 a share. Huss?
Michelle, the question is why? What's the catalyst? Why does she think so?
Okay, well, Whitney thinks that Goldman will report, quote, enormous revenue gains from its fixed income, currency and commodities businesses when Goldman reports second quarter earnings tomorrow. That's just before the market opens. And Whitney expects that we will see a big surprise on the upside. Whitney is not the only one who has some great expectations here. Analysts surveyed by Bloomberg predict that Goldman will report a second quarter profit of more than $2 billion or $3.65 a share. And that would be the largest quarterly profit in 2 years. Analysts say that Goldman has won a lot of business from the collapse of rivals Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns. Now, keep in mind that Goldman has beat analyst earnings estimates in 14 of the last 15 quarters. So we could see that trend continue tomorrow. And we're also keeping an eye on Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase and Citigroup. They're also reporting their earnings this week. So improving conditions for Goldman could signal improvement for other banks as well. Huss?
Michelle, something else is happening tomorrow as well. There's a big Dell analyst meeting in Texas. We had news from Dell after the bell. What's the story there?
Yeah, that's right. Well, Dell having that analyst meeting tomorrow. And ahead of that, Dell is forecasting a modest decline in gross margins due in part to higher component costs and an unfavorable mix of products. Dell says it will not be passing on those costs to customers. And we did see shares of Dell dropping in the after hours, still down 3.6% now. Dell has been up 27% year to date. And we'll have more of an indication on the general PC market tomorrow with Intel reporting its earnings. And Haslinda, we will definitely keep you updated on that. We'll have reaction and coverage. Back to you.
Oh, you can bet on that. Michelle McCory, thanks.